Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Waiting. Check 53. I know he ain't got it. Here.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running with Howard. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, this is Howard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mike, 58, right there. Target, 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 target. Out. Kill.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because
rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bears take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hard. Kill.
2nd and 6. Open man is Trey Burton. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
53 is the mic. 53.
Throwing is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A third down gain of 19.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Eagles nothing.
Here we go. 180. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Come on, boy.
Now Howard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run. This is Cohen. And some space here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. 59 mark. Check, 59. Man, that's trash. Back, spin it.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello. It's caught. It's Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 41, Wentz flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Know your job. Snap.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz, they'll set up the screen to Howard. Finding room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go. Great. Check 50.
Wentz now to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Wentz to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Tie that left. 3 down. Hey, kill. 3 down.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 8-3. 6-man. Check curls. 5.
Again, it's Cohen. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 54, watch 54. Get him, get him, get him.
Shoot. From the gun on 3rd down. Costello and Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
This is Cohen. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Chicago. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Say go.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That one complete to Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
65.
First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And the Eagles have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Check 31. Check 31. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 15 lining. 15 lining. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Set it, set it, set it. Hatch it, hatch it. Hey, orbit. Deep rip, deep rip.
From the gun, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It was Armani Watts who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Wentz now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighing, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. On the toss play, Howard, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
First down,
ready?
Chicago.
59, check, 59. Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's what I do.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Now White lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A give to Cohen. He heads right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Costello gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ready, set. 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, D. He's crashing. He's dead.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, they'll run with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably spread.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get...
There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here we go. 60-yard.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. From the gun, Costello. This is Miller, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets off a high spiraling kick. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this